Where's the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end. Jeez, I thought I'd get a chance to save. Hold on, we're getting a redo? I always awaken very abruptly. I don't even think I dream. I suddenly find myself walking to school. My headache worsens day by day until it finally buzzes in my head like an alarm. Get some Tylenol, mate. That day, in potent numbness, I wake up twice as fast as normal. I walk to the schoolyard. It's clear and cloudless, 7:30 a.m., but what season is it? When I try to recall what season it is, I start to get so dizzy I almost pass out. I may well end up back in bed if I let go and faint. For some time I have been embracing a rush of useless information. The normal stuff you'd see at a school, like the hustle and bustle of my classmates by the entrance. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. When I push the thought, my field of vision fizzles. Today, there's a crowd of students milling in front of the school gate and more are being directed that way. As to what's going on, there's a boy in a black uniform. He's in front of the school gate. He's my friend, as I recall. He's Issei Ryudo, as I recall. I remember this from the first time when Issei notices me looking at him, he pushes through the crowd. Geez, everybody's looking dulled out. Grayed out a bit. What's going on? Good morning. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think? Why do you look so surprised? We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. He runs through his spiel as if this was the first time he'd ever disclosed the information. I already know this. I know it. I already know what happens. It's happened more than once. I'm seized by a headache. I'm so dizzy I feel like I'm being forcibly logged out of my consciousness. First, let me check your student ID. I shouldn't need to remind you, but it should be on you at all times. My login ID is being checked. It's so obvious now. I answer clearly to the question that usually makes me go dizzy. I'm going to be playing as the male. Going to be using my actual name here. Yes, I realize I didn't put in my last name. No. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Well, he looks more like I do. Great, there's no telling when an emergency might occur, and it will be a help if you have your ID. I feel nauseous, and I know it has nothing to do with what I ate for breakfast this morning. I feel nauseous because of the world around me. It's repeating itself over and over, and that's making me sick. Now for the uniform inspection. Collar, check. Pant hems, check. And your socks, check. I want him to get out of my way. I want this repetition to stop. I push him aside and go forward. I'm not nice about it either. Next is the Oh, that is wrong. He hasn't even noticed. Next is the contents of your bag. Notebooks, textbooks, a pencil box, not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly cut and your haircut is sensible. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukumihara Academy student. He keeps on talking loudly even though he's facing no one. I have a headache. I'm shivering. I know one thing for sure. This is wrong. This is not the school I know. It can't be. I have to go. I have to hurry and wake up or else it'll be too late. But who am I awakening for? Uh-oh. My anxiety and headaches are only getting worse. Afternoon arrives while I desperately find a way to escape this bizarre situation. As now as the norm, my vision is overlaid with some kind of unnatural distortion. Uneasiness, futility, emptiness. I want someone to explain to me the true nature behind all these feelings. There must be a key somewhere, something that will have the answers to all my questions. Hey, it's Leo again. Hey, that was the guy I was originally playing as. The moment I step on the first floor, my feelings of unease intensify. There's a student wearing a red uniform. Leo, the new transfer student. The instant I lay eyes on him, I immediately feel intimidated and humiliated. There's also someone trailing behind them. It looks like one of my classmates. The more I think, the more I realize that Leo isn't the only anomaly I've come across while on campus. There are other things that seem off as well. It's becoming clearer now. There are people who shouldn't exist. Students that mysteriously vanish. The fabric of reality is becoming unraveled. Turn away, man. What is the truth? What defines the world you know? Don't turn away now. There is a reason why you're here. Come, do not allow yourself to close your eyes to the truth. Get back here. Get back here. Leo and one of the guys from my class are talking in the hallway up ahead. The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? You guys? For a moment, it feels as if he is including me in this comment. However, Leo begins speaking to my classmate, seemingly oblivious to my presence. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. Leo gives me a smile with no hostility. However, I have the suspicion that there's something malicious behind his smile. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end, and I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. With those final words, Leo turns his back on me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have a distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial "see you later." Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. Leo said as much, even going so far as to look in my direction. For some inexplicable reason, I'm not surprised that Leo knew I was spying on him. I'm trying to get things straightened out in my mind when Leo suddenly disappears. And so does the student. The student who's following him also disappears after touching the same spot on the wall. At the same moment he vanishes, my vision distorts the shock that so overwhelmed me. What is going on here? I wonder if this place is the source of my unease. Like him, I place my hand on the wall, expecting to be drawn in. I see now that the weight of the truth to why I have these feelings begins right here. Of course I want to know. The atmosphere changes. There's a doorway, an entrance where the concrete wall used to be. It's not something of this world. There's no doubt that this door leads to someplace unfathomable. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first step toward the truth. Oh god, the effigy again. An entrance to another world. Beyond this door, the previous statement perfectly describes the view before me. Walking behind me is my strange, silent attendant. It is to be my sword and shield for what lies ahead. A disembodied voice suddenly confirms my thoughts. Although I have yet to learn anything, I need to do something besides stand here. At the very least, there might be some clues as to this bizarre experience up ahead. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll for protection. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I have to use L and R to move the camera. Huh. It's a slight glow. Yeah, I won't worry about it. This place. What is this place? Are we in some sort of cyber world? No longer a typical school campus. The floors, the walls, the air, and even the aura are slightly off. It wouldn't surprise me to see a monster pop out from the shadows. It's very much like a dungeon here. Welcome, potential master. With a shocking suddenness, a voice begins speaking. It sounds like it's coming from the empty sky above. If you are looking for answers, you must reach the goal. Now please step forward. What's that? The illuminated cube in front of you is called an item folder. Inside of it is a farewell present of sorts for those about to face the coming trial. Touch it to open it. Ether shard. What's that? Before you is an enemy program. It's programmed to attack on sight. Touching it will initiate a battle. We won't actually fight as you are too fragile. The effigy given to you will fight in your stead. If your effigy is ever destroyed in battle, you will no longer be shielded from harm. To put it bluntly, you will die, so be very careful in battle. But there's no need to be afraid. For now, just do what I say and you'll be perfectly safe for the time being. First off, why don't I explain a little bit about battles? First of all, there are 3 basic commands that you can issue in a battle. Attack, guard, and break. Each turn in battle is composed of 6 actions, and you'll need to tell your FFG what your strategy is to be. Yeah, battles are divided into turns, with 6 commands being issued each turn. Once confirmed, they'll all be executed all at once. The enemy is pushed to be quite easy to defeat, as it will only perform break. Break, which is focused solely on power, should be much of a problem against attack. Now, use the attack command to destroy the program. Use the directional buttons to choose the command and press X to confirm your selection. Enter 6 attack commands using the up directional button and press X to annihilate the enemy. Alright. So, any smart-eyed people might have noticed, hey, that sounds a lot like rock, paper, scissors. And that's the big issue with this game, that it is basically extreme rock, paper, scissors. So we got 6 breaks here. Yeah, critical. So, how did it go? One thing to know is that in each turn you'll have to plan a series of 6 moves that will defeat your foe. The goal is still far ahead. If you must bask in the afterglow of your victory, do so while moving forward. You can overcome... yeah. You can probably guess that break beats guard and guard beats attack. Oh, look. Here comes another program. You seem nervous. Perhaps you're anxious about fighting in another battle. Do not be alarmed. That enemy isn't strong enough to harm you. It is programmed to only use attack. While attack is a potent action, using guard will allow you to defend and then counterattack. Guard can be used to reduce the damage caused by an enemy attack, but I trust you know this. Yeah. Guard will not only block an opponent's attack command, significantly reducing the damage you take, but will also unleash a devastating counterattack. Now that you know how this battle will unfold, use the appropriate command to defeat the enemy program. Boing. Yeah, only the attack has different animations. Guard uses the exact same animation each time. Yes, that's exactly right. As you have already noticed, performing 3 successful actions in a row can result in a chain. By performing multiple chain attacks, you can perform a devastating follow-up attack on your opponent. If you land 3 strikes in a row, you will perform an extra attack, which is an additional special attack. While doing multiple chain attacks in the heat of battle can be maybe difficult, the results make it worth the effort. Now, please proceed. Alright, we're almost there. A yellow one now. This one's probably just going to be guarding non-stop. You should be used to the fundamentals of battle at this point, but I'll walk you through this one last time. This program will only use guard, and will do nothing in battle but defend against harm. But no matter how stout one's defense may be, it will beat for naught against the breaking command. Yeah, you can shatter the enemy's guard command by using break. Remember, always use the appropriate command for any given situation. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, the ether shard heals you. Doria. That spin kick is the exact same as the extra attack. And there goes the enemy. You've been through 3 battles and have used the attack guard break command. Someone as intuitive and observant as you must have already noticed this. Each of the 3 attacks balances each other out, creating a situation where no attack is dominant. For now. The 3 battle commands, attack, break, and guard, all have immutable relationships with one another. With what I just covered is the absolute basics of battle and the minimum info you'll need to know. Once you master the basics, all that's left is to test yourself in battle and gain valuable experience. Now please proceed. Alright. A red one. All the enemy programs you've faced so far only use one move, which won't happen in a real fight. Like you, your enemies will choose their actions based on the situation and general observation. Their actions will be very difficult for you to predict at first. As you face the same enemy multiple times, you will be able to read their tendencies and patterns accurately. When you first enter a battle, your opponent's moves will be mostly hidden from you. Being able to guess your opponent's moves with only a limited amount of info is the key to victory. Although, considering your lack of fighting experience, I may be expecting far too much from you. But anyway, please try your best. I got this. Good job. Alright then, please proceed to the final room. I think we're heading into a maelstrom. That vortex. Wait, isn't that... I made it. At the end of a very long road, after going through a door that suddenly appeared in the wall. The oppressive air of this place where the spirits of the dead still linger. Here's my goal. That's what I thought. Oh no. Further in, it appears as if someone has collapsed. When I look into his face, it's the student who was following Leo just now. I call out from him but get no reply. I shake him up in intent to wake him up, and when I notice, he is stone cold. I go pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. It is at this moment... Oh no, not again. The falling effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. After having to fight several enemy programs to get here, it's obvious that this thing is an enemy as well. Without warning, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. I got this. I definitely got this.